Hey everyone, welcome back to another Recon in the ZRace Recon series, and this is going to be the Innsbruckring course in Innsbruck. Let's get into it. Alright, so the best bike on this course is going to be the most aerodynamic frame and wheel set that you have, as it is mainly flat. In this case, it is going to be the S-Works Venge with the GT Swiss disc wheel set. Alright, so starting out with the start of the course, it is not the fastest start, honestly, because it is a tiny bit of an incline, so you won't need to go all out, but it will be pretty quick to get a comfortable position in the group, and you should really just use this as a chance to settle in and get your act together before the leg snapper KOM, which is a pretty brutal segment that comes towards the, I'd say, 2/3 waypoint of this course. And as you approach that 1 mile mark or 1.6 kilometer mark, you are going to start to see some little rolling hills. Nothing major, honestly, and you won't expect to see any surges, any breakaways, or anything like that in this area. Most times it is very chill here. But then once we hit this part right here, this is where we might see some attacks, and that is coming over this small bridge, and that's going to be at around 1.8 miles. Or I believe that's like 2.9 kilometers, something like that. And it's just a bit of an incline. It goes up to around 3% max. And then after that is a slight descent where some riders like to try to attack and make a move before the leg snapper. After that, there's about a mile where you can just chill and relax, and there's a few rollers here and there, but they aren't really places where riders try to break away, and they're nothing really notable. But once you hit around that 3 mile mark, you will hit the leg snapper KOM, which is what this course is really known for, because that is a place where the race completely blows up, and that's where you're going to be hammering as hard as possible for, I'd say, around 30 to 60 seconds depending on your category, and you would just want to be hammering on the pedals, and you got to make sure you're on easy enough gear or you will get stuck and you won't be able to pedal up this climb because it is pretty tough. I'd recommend trying to stay towards the top of the group, and make sure you have a rider to draft behind on that descent, because you don't want to be descending solo, because it will be exponentially slower than if you had a group. Alright, after that, you will have a sprint. So depending on whether it's a points race or just a regular race, you might be going for that sprint, and you really use descent as a chance to recover and chill. Make sure you do not get separated though, because it is a fast descent. If you lose your group, you're pretty much out of the running. And just if you are sprinting for the primes, it really depends on what kind of rider you want to be. Do you want to be that person who goes for all the points, or do you want to try to go for that win at the end? And most times breakaways do not happen here, but I have seen some long sprints when there is a game of cat and mouse, like you're about to see in this recording. And in this sprint finish, I found that it typically comes down to a game of cat and mouse, and it normally is a much slower sprint finish, and riders typically leave it to the last minute before they start sprinting. That's not just an observation that I have, but always be alert, because it really varies from group to group. If you found this video useful or helpful, please hit the like, subscribe button, and with that, ride on and good luck in your race. See you all next time.